I've recently made a decision on the part of myself and for the part of others. This is to change. I don't want to be just some person, just some human that lives and dies and has no meaning. I don't want to do that. I'm going to do something different. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for your help. If you're watching this video right now, which many probably won't, I want to ask you to join my cause. Not for the sake of myself, and not for the sake of maybe even you, but for the sake of the people around you and those to come in your future and in the future of your offspring. I want to change the way we think. I want to change the way that we live, and I want to change the way things are run. Now, I don't see why students like myself can't vote. I'm only 16, but I'm just as intelligent as a person 2 years older than me, 3 years older than me. I'm just as intelligent as they are. So why can't I vote? Don't I get a vote? I have to deal with the decisions of those older than me, but I can't make my own decision. Doesn't my vote count for anything? If my vote doesn't count, then why does an adult who's never been to high school, why does their vote count? Because it's not fair, and I don't think it's right. And it's not just that, it's the way that this whole system is set up. It's set up to where certain people pull certain strings, and we're all forced to live with their decisions because we're too weak and helpless to do anything. Well, I want to fix that. So what I propose is, and it's a movement of intelligence, a movement to speak your mind, and not just in the sense because you have something to gain for yourself, because that's not what this is about. This isn't about you. This isn't about me. This is the people around me, from my perspective. You realize I don't care what happens to me. I don't care if I died in a car accident tomorrow. I really don't care. I don't give a crap. Really. But I do care if that would have an effect on anybody that I care about. They are more important to me. The human race is more important to me than my being. I don't care about myself. So that's why I'm changing things. I'm not going to do things the same way. And I ask you not to either. Now, I realize that many, including myself, do not have the trust to do massive things. I'd like to do a school walkout, but I don't trust the people in my school enough to trust that each and every one of them will walk out of the school when I tell them to, just because I said so. Because they don't know me. You don't know me. None of them know me. Nobody knows me. I'm just a person who's in a club that nobody knows about or cares about, who goes to a mediocre high school that's on the lower end, who grew up in a suburb, who's never moved once in their life, and spends most of their life sitting here in this room that I'm in right now. So I don't expect anybody to listen to me. But if you are listening to me, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody that you know. We're going to change things. Because it needs to be changed. This society that we live in it's not something that you just can't do anything about. I hear that all the time. I hear, well, you have to learn to play the game. Well, you know what? I'm changing the game. The game is different now. I'm rewriting the rules. We're no longer playing some stupid game that some stupid person that is probably as or slightly less intelligent than me. I don't want to play this game. I'm not playing their game. Who gave anybody the right to tell me what to do? The only people that can do that are the people that I say can. For example, I listen to what my parents say because they're my parents. They let me live in their house, so I say, well, you know what? You're probably right. You're older than me. I'm going to do what you say, as long as I find it plausible. And for the most part, I really do. And I do just about everything my parents tell me to, because they're my parents and the people that I care about. Just like I would do something that I was asked to do from the Bible or God, my God, anyways. And I imagine all of you watching, if you are watching, would too. We can't keep living like this. Nobody's happy. Nobody's been happy for a while. We cover it up and we say we're happy. World War II. We won. But did we really win? We didn't really win anything. Vietnam War. Did we win? No. Nobody really won. Did they? What else? They took away supersize me. You can't supersize your drink anymore at McDonald's. But did anyone really win? No. People still go to McDonald's. You have refills. Free refills. Did we really get anything out of this? Did we really get anything out of anything? Anything that we consider really important is just a cover-up to tell us that we're not important. But you know what? Each and every one of us is. And I don't care who you are or what you're doing in your life. You were put on this planet for a reason. Each and every one of the beings on this earth was put here for a reason and a purpose. And you can't say it's not true, because I'm sure you've seen it. You've never told someone, you've never helped somebody out in a bad situation. Well, maybe that's why you were put on here on this planet. Who knows? But you were given certain talents, you were given a certain use. And I ask you to serve your purpose. Serve your purpose as a human being. And find a way to change things. If you have any examples or questions or comments for me, I'd love to hear them. But things need to change. You can't keep doing things the way that it's being done. And we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to work every day, all day, for a house that we don't even live in because we're gone for so long in the day. It's ridiculous. We shouldn't have to do it. We shouldn't have to work on our weekends when we've worked full time all week long. We shouldn't have to work for 10 and probably longer years to pay for college that we went to so we could get that job to pay off college. We shouldn't have to live in this vicious cycle that we live in. It's ridiculous. And frankly, I'm tired of it. I don't really want to deal with it. How long have I been here? 16 years, and I'm tired of it. I can imagine how exhausted people who are 50 are. We shouldn't have to deal with these stupid headlines on magazines and papers and websites. We shouldn't have to deal with it. Look, I don't care that the mayor of some city in Alaska is a cat. I don't care. And you shouldn't either. That's not important. you shouldn't care about these things they tell you to care about, because these things are distractions, and you, deep down, know that they are distractions. Don't deny it. Embrace it. And change it. Manipulate it so that it's no longer a distraction for you. Manipulate what is and what could be, and change it for the better, because you have the ability to change it. You might just be one person, but so am I. And I'm telling you this. So don't take yourself for granted. Now, don't get prideful either. Don't think that you don't need anybody else's help, because I assure you that you do. Why else would I be asking you for help? I can't do anything. I've tried protesting. I've tried putting up flyers. I've tried informing people about things, the decisions that they make in their life. Yet, we still have fluoride in our water systems that is killing us, that is demolishing our bones and giving us Alzheimer's and various other diseases. We still have to put up with GMOs when many of the other countries in the world, most of them, do not have to eat GMOs, because that is the only thing that they can afford. Why do we put up with this? We don't have to put up with this. We are one of the most populated cities on the face of this planet. And the majority of us are not extremely poor. The majority of us at least have a place to live. And the ones that don't are very few. There are some of them, quite a bit of them, but significantly less. And if we have resources like we do, and we have time like we could have, whatever happened to workers' unions? Whatever happened to fixing things because we could fix them? Job security is irrelevant. People are losing their jobs every day, so why do you care? If we all could just get in line and form a group that wasn't afraid to do everything, then maybe we could get something done. If only every one person at my school could rally together, we could maybe have an education system that worked and wasn't falling apart in a school where there aren't even enough chairs for everybody in the class, where there wasn't water leaking from the ceiling. I'm embarrassed in front of the other countries of this world because we are so dilapidated in every way. We pride ourselves on being this Christian nation, but we're not a Christian nation. We might have been at the very start, but I don't even think we were then. We had such a bad start. And you might think it heroic, or you might think it patriotic, but I assure you it's not. It's family against family. And for what? The conditions are worse now than they were when we originally rebelled during the Revolution, the American Revolution. Things weren't half this bad. All they were doing was taxing to bring tea over. That's all they were doing. They were putting extra taxes on things. Well, you know what? The taxes are significantly worse now. Now, most of our paychecks go to the government because there isn't even a reason. Why are we in debt? We're giving them all of our money. I ask, why couldn't we have a gold standard? Why couldn't we go back to trade? Rather than, it's not much better than this. Like, I'll give you this piece of cardboard because it supposedly costs $100. I'll give you this in exchange for it. It's stupid. Money isn't even money anymore. It's not even currency. It's no more than monopoly money. It's just pieces of paper. What? You can't buy anything with that. The only reason that we do is because everybody has accepted that it is worth something. It's not worth anything. Trade would work so much better because I could give you something that you needed in return for something that I needed. And I wouldn't try to scam you because I needed that thing that you have. It's ridiculous the way that we live. We live in such turmoil and such stressful lives for no reason. The average teenager is not only worried about grades, we're worried about getting into college, we're worried about sports, or any extracurricular activities. We're worried about our families, what we're going to eat that night, what we're going to have for lunch, our weight, our everything, our gas money. Are we even going to have enough money for gas today to get to school? I'm going to need to stay home and take care of my grandparents. I'm going to need to stay home and take care of my parents. My mom is having surgery. Like, many people, their parents are divorced. Or they're feeding their family, cleaning their houses, doing their whole family's laundry, doing all the dishes for their family. Many of the students do not have time for homework because they're more worried about getting food on the table. Now, that shouldn't be our job. That wasn't the purpose, and it shouldn't be the purpose of a life. It's ridiculous. We have so much potential and so much more meaning than that. I realize this video was a bit long, but it needed to be said, and I hope that you'll listen to me. And above all, please just tell somebody. If you disagree with something, don't just sit there and let it happen. Don't just sit idle while everybody else's world comes crashing down on them, because it's ridiculous. We shouldn't have to deal with it. The American people, we think we're so great. We think, oh, we have freedom. Do we have freedom? They sit us down in our classes. They tell us that we're individuals, and more than that, they tell us that we're free. We're free individuals who can do whatever we want. Who could change the world if we wanted to. Free individuals who could achieve such greatness. Now sit down and shut up and listen to what I have to say, and you're going to listen to it, and when you listen to it, you're going to believe everything that you hear. Wikipedia? Oh, that's not a good source. Answers.com? No, you can't use that. That's not reliable. Even when I answer with evidence, saying, well, I know exactly who wrote it. This person wrote it. I've seen their other works. I've proven them to be true. Why can't I use them? Why aren't they reliable? Well, they're just not. You can't use that website. Well, why not? It's a website just like any other website. Why can't I use that one? Because I said so. Alright, great. So, what are they saying? What are they saying when they tell me that? Who gives them the right to decide who I can and cannot listen to, who I can and cannot quote? Who are they to say that this person is incorrect and this person is correct? They have no authority to say that. Just because you got a minor degree in college, just because you don't want to take the time to look at what the student is trying to show you, are you that lazy and incompetent and inconsiderate that you won't even hear what this person has to say because you don't think you're going to agree with them? We don't have to put up with this, and I don't intend to. At this point, I don't even know how to go about this, because there's nobody that I know who can get everybody else to agree with them, without a doubt, just because they said so. And it can't just be your group of 5 friends. It has to be everybody. It has to be the whole school, the whole country, the whole state, the whole city. Even a county would be good enough. Some way to get on the news, some way to get on the internet. Find a way to help me mesh and become entwined into another's ideas. Help them think that things aren't right the way that they are. I need a way, and if you have any ideas, I implore that you help me, because I'm going to need it. Thank you for your attention during these 20-something minutes. I appreciate it. The more people watch this video, hopefully the better. That's what I'm going for. Thank you. Again.